Hello and welcome back to Talk Gara.
Hi everyone, we are so happy you are here today.
I am Jessica and this is Jaxon. We make videos to help you speak English every day.
Yes, and please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us a lot.
Today, we are going to talk about how to speak with your neighbors in English.
Talking with neighbors is a great way to make friends and practice everyday English.
Are you ready? Let's get started. Okay, Jessica, today is the day. No excuses.
You will study English, you will focus, you will become a grammar ninja.
Whoa, Jaxon, you scared me. How long have you been standing there?
I was here long enough to hear you give a full motivational speech to your desk.
But I wasn't talking to my desk. I was talking to myself in English. It is practice.
True. That is actually smart. You are like your own teacher and student at the same time.
Yes, and it kind of works. When I talk to myself in English, I feel more awake and ready to speak.
Maybe you can try something like this too. Sit at your table and say, "Yes, today I will really study English."
Right, and then 10 minutes later, you might just be staring at the wall thinking, okay, but what exactly should I do now?
Yes, your heart is serious, but your plan is soft and messy.
If that feels true for you, don't worry. Today, we will talk about how to study English alone and still improve quickly.
There is no magic, no crazy secret, just a simple system you can really use in your life.
Right, and we will keep it slow and simple so you can add it to your routine easily.
Hello, English learners. Welcome back to the English Leap podcast. This is your cozy place to learn easy English through real-life conversations.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Jaxon. We are so happy you pressed play today. Maybe you're walking somewhere, sitting on a bus, cooking, or lying in bed with headphones on.
This episode is B1 level, which is intermediate.
Yes, and if you are A2 level, you can still enjoy it. If some parts feel a little fast, that's okay. You can listen again later.
Maybe your mind is saying, I really want to improve my English, but I'm alone. I have no partner, no class. I feel stuck.
Or maybe you think, I watch videos, I read things, but I don't see big changes. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe I'm just bad at languages.
If you have thoughts like that, remember, you are not strange. You are not lazy. You are just human and care, but you don't have a clear system yet.
True. That was me for a long time. My study style was random and dramatic. One day I studied for 2 hours, then 3 days nothing, then one night with too much coffee.
My style was notebooks and chaos. I made nice titles. I chose colors. I watched one video, then I sat there thinking, okay, what now?
So the problem was not our brain. The problem was our system, or really that we didn't have one.
I like to think of English like a little plant in a cup. If you give it a huge ocean of water one day and nothing for weeks, the plant gets confused.
Yes, your English plant does not need drama. It needs a small drink every day.
That means you do not need a perfect teacher every day. You need a simple daily system you can follow alone, even if you feel busy or tired.
Just like we did with the language many backs, daily communication with neighbors makes you feel more connected and helps build stronger relationships.
In this episode, we will give you a system: input, output, and tiny feedback. This way, you can study alone and still improve quickly.
We will talk about how to make small goals, build a simple routine, what to listen to, what to read, and how to speak even if there is no partner with you.
You don't have to copy everything. Take what fits your life and energy. Leave the rest.
While you listen, you will hear a lot of real-life English. If some words run away, let them go. Your brain is clever. It is already building meaning from the story.
Near the end, we will slow down and repeat some strong, useful phrases. You can steal them and use them in your own practice.
And if you like learning this way, with real conversations and real feelings, please subscribe to the English Leap podcast.
Yes, and tap like on this episode. It really helps more learners find us.
After you listen, tell us in the comments, do you usually study English alone or with other people?
And share one tiny detail about how you study, something simple like I talk to my mirror for 2 minutes, or I read one page before bed.
Just one small detail. You don't need to write a whole book. Yeah, true. That was me for a long time. My study style was random and dramatic. One day I studied for 2 hours, then 3 days nothing, then one night with too much coffee.
Because for you, it was never just 5 new words, there was always a story behind them.
Yeah. So, Jessica, when you think about your study time now, are you more of a routine person or still chaos and coffee person?
I'm a soft routine person now. Not perfect, but I have a simple system that I follow most days, and it really changed everything for me.
And that is what we want for you too. Not a perfect Instagram study plan, just a real system you can actually use alone.
Yeah. All right, let's jump in.
Before we go deep, let's keep it simple. We are going to talk about your English study in 3 parts.
Yes, think of it like a little machine. Part 1 is your plan. Part 2 is your input. Part 3 is your output.
Your plan is how you decide what to do. Your input is what goes into your brain, like listening and reading. Your output is what comes out of your mouth or hand, like speaking and writing.
And when these 3 parts work together, your English moves forward in a calm and steady way. But when one part is missing, you feel confused or stuck.
So we will go slowly, one part at a time, with stories and examples. You don't need to write notes. Just listen and imagine your own day while we talk.
Right, let's start with part 1, the plan. Without a plan, everything else feels heavy and random.
And I know this sounds boring, but honestly, this is where many learners lose or win the game.
True, when you sit down and think, okay, what should I do now, that heavy feeling comes from no clear plan.
So our first idea is this. Make your study time more intentional, not random.
And intentional just means you do it on purpose, with a clear reason, not by accident.
Yeah, exactly. Not, oh, this video just appeared, I guess I'll watch it. More like, today I will do this one small thing for my English.
And we want that one small thing to be very clear, so we use 2 levels, one weekly goal and one daily micro goal. For example, your weekly goal could be, by Sunday, I will record a 2-minute audio about my week in English.
Then your daily micro goal supports that. Maybe every day you speak for 1 minute about what happened that day.
At the end of the week, 2 minutes is not scary. It is like building a Lego house. You don't put all the pieces in one day. You add a few blocks each day.
And that little daily goal is enough to get the ball rolling.
When you get the ball rolling, you simply start something so it begins to move. After the first small action, it is easier to continue.
Right. So instead of thinking, I must become fluent, you think, today my job is just one clear small thing. That is intentional.
Just one clear small thing.
Now we come to the second idea in this plan engine. How do you stay motivated and not give up after one bad week?
This part is important because you will not be perfect. Some days you will miss your plan. Some days you will feel tired, sad, or busy. That is normal.
Totally normal. The secret is what you do after that. Do you destroy the plan or do you tweak it?
And tweak is just a fancy way to say change a small thing to make it better.
For example, on Sunday evening, look at your week and ask, where did my plan work? Where did it feel too heavy? What can I tweak?
Maybe you see that night study never works for you. You always feel drained. So next week, you move your English time to the morning.
And on the other side, you need to ditch some ideas completely.
Yeah, ditch means throwing that idea in the trash. You decide, nope, I don't need this anymore.
For example, you can ditch the idea that study only counts if it is 1 full hour. That idea makes you feel guilty, and then you do nothing.
True. 5 focused minutes are better than 0 perfect minutes.
Yes, and this brings us back to something simple. Your English plan should be intentional, sustainable, and flexible enough to tweak, not destroy, when life changes.
Wow, Jaxon, that makes the plan feel so simple. Think of it like a small boat, not a big stone. It can move a little with the waves, but it still goes forward.
Exactly. And once your plan is like that, we can move to part 2, because now you know what to do with your time.
Right. Part 2 is all about input. That means what you listen to and what you read.
Many learners feel overwhelmed here. There are so many videos, podcasts, books, and channels. It is easy to feel lost.
Overwhelmed is that heavy feeling when there's too much and your brain does not know where to start.
So we want to calm that feeling. We will make your input simple and gentle.
Let's start with a very small thing. Where is your English stuff in your house?
Good question. If your notebook and your favorite book are in some box under the bed, guess what? You will not touch them.
That is out of sight, out of mind.
And out of sight, out of mind means if your eyes do not see it, your brain forgets it very fast.
One easy change is to bring English closer. Put your notebook on your desk.
Put a short English book on the table where you drink tea.
You can even put a small paper with 3 phrases on your mirror, so when you brush your teeth, English is just there.
When English is visible, your brain remembers, oh yes, we are learning this.
That's the first part of input, gentle immersion. Not a big dramatic change, just English being present in small ways.
Now let's talk about listening, because for many people, this is the hardest part.
I remember when I tried to listen to a fast talk show in another language. After 2 minutes, my brain just said nope and stopped.
Yeah, it's like your brain just stands up and walks out of the room.
Exactly. It was like, you're on your own, Jessica. Bye.
That is when you feel like you're on a plateau.
A plateau is when you are walking, but the ground is flat. You don't feel like you are going higher.
And sometimes when the audio is too hard, your brain doesn't just feel flat, it starts to drift off.
Drift off is when your mind slowly goes away from the audio. Maybe it even starts to sleep a little.
We don't want that, so we choose listening that is a little below your maximum level, something you can follow with just a few new words.
That's exactly what we try to do in this podcast. We speak slowly and clearly with some new words, but not too many.
Right, you can relax. I do the talking and Jessica slows it down. You don't have to catch every word, just stay with the story.
And if you want, you can always listen again later.
Then we use a simple method. Listen to one short line, pause, and repeat it out loud.
Just one line. Pause, say it with your own voice. You don't need to be perfect, just copy the rhythm and music of the sentence.
When you do that, you are not only listening, you're also training your mouth and your ear at the same time. It's a tiny feedback loop.
A feedback loop means you do something, hear it, and learn from it.
10 minutes of this is better than 30 minutes of just playing something in the background and drifting off.
For reading, we keep the same idea. Small and clear, not heavy.
Many learners think if they want to be serious, they must read a big classic novel.
Then they read one page, feel confused, and never touch the book again.
That is not helpful for reading. Start with short texts, a small story, a short article, or even a dialogue made for learners.
You can use a simple 3-step loop. Step 1, read once for meaning, just to understand what is happening.
Step 2, read again and choose maybe 5 useful phrases that you like.
Step 3, use 2 of those phrases in your own sentence, or say them out loud in a little story about your life.
That way, reading feeds your speaking and writing, not just your eyes.
Remember, this is still part 2, the input engine. We are not trying to do everything at once.
We're just making sure that what goes into your brain is simple, clear, and helpful.
Now we move to part 3, which is my favorite part, because this is when English comes out. Yeah, part 3 is the output engine. This is where you speak and write, even when you are alone.
Many learners say, Jaxon, I have no partner, so I cannot speak. But that is not true. There are many ways to speak alone.
The first and easiest way is self-talk, talking to yourself, just like you were doing at the start of this episode.
Yes, you can try my style. For example, while you make breakfast, say, "Okay, now I am making tea. After this, I will go to work."
It sounds simple, but this is real practice. Your mouth moves, your brain builds sentences, and you are speaking in English.
You can also choose 3 small questions every day. What did I do yesterday? What am I doing today? What will I do tomorrow?
If you answer those 3 questions out loud every day, your brain learns how to tell little stories about your life.
Then we add one more thing that can really help your confidence, the 60-second recording.
1 minute, not 10, not 5, just 60 seconds.
Press record on your phone. Talk about your day or about one topic. Then stop. Later, listen to it one time.
When you listen, your job is not to hate your voice. Your job is to pick just one small thing to tweak.
Maybe one word you always say wrong or one sentence you want to make clearer.
Over time, that 1 minute becomes proof. You hear your progress, and the plateau is not as flat as you thought.
And you did all of that alone. No teacher in the room, just you, your voice, and your small system.
Output is not only speaking. It can also be short writing, like 5 lines in a journal.
You can use your new phrases there. Instead of learning only words, you use full sentence shells, like "to be honest" or "the main reason is."
That way, your vocabulary becomes intentional. You are not collecting random words. You are collecting tools that you actually use.
Now let's look at the big picture, all 3 parts together. Plan, input, output.
When your plan is intentional and sustainable, your input is gentle, and your output is small but regular, you don't need magic. You just need time.
That reminds me of the old sentence, "Rome was not built in a day."
True. That idiom is a reminder that big things take time. You cannot build a city, or your English, in one weekend.
But you can start today. You can get the ball rolling with one tiny action and keep going tomorrow.
If your notebook stays on your desk and your phrases stay on your mirror, English stays close to you. It is not out of sight, out of mind.
Even on busy days, you can squeeze in a few minutes.
And if one night you are too tired and drift off during listening, that's okay. You can sleep and come back again the next day.
The important thing is not to be perfect. The important thing is to come back again and again.
Plan, input, output, tiny feedback, that is your system.
Now we will slow down and look at some strong words and phrases from today so you can really remember them.
Let's start with a plan word, intentional.
When something is intentional, you do it on purpose with a clear reason. It is not random.
For example, my study time is intentional now. I choose one small goal before I start.
Or, she was very intentional with her listening. She chose the same podcast every day for 1 week.
Repeat, intentional.
Next, a word about your routine, sustainable.
When a habit is sustainable, you can continue it for a long time. It does not drain your energy.
For example, 10 minutes a day is a sustainable study routine for me.
Or 3 hours every night was not sustainable, so he changed his plan. Repeat, sustainable.
Next, a feeling in your progress, plateau.
A plateau is like a flat place on a mountain. You are not going down, but you do not feel you are going up. Your progress feels flat.
For example, after 1 year, she felt her English was on a plateau. She did not feel better or worse.
Or if you only watch hard videos, you might feel stuck on a plateau. Repeat, plateau. Now a small action word, tweak.
When you tweak something, you change it a little to make it better. Not a big change, just a small adjustment.
For example, every Sunday I tweak my study plan. I change one small thing.
Or he tweaked his routine and moved his English time to the morning. You can repeat tweak.
Next word is a bit fun, ditch. When you ditch something, you throw it away from your life. You decide, I do not need this anymore.
For example, she ditched the idea that study must be 1 hour to be real.
Or he ditched his old heavy textbook and started with short, simple stories.
Repeat, ditch.
Now an expression we love. Rome was not built in a day.
This idiom is a reminder that big things take time. You cannot build a whole city in one day, and you cannot build fluency in 1 week.
For example, when I feel impatient, I tell myself, Rome was not built in a day. My English needs time.
Or, when his friend felt sad about slow progress, he said, "Hey, Rome was not built in a day. Keep going."
Repeat, Rome was not built in a day.
Next expression, get the ball rolling.
When you get the ball rolling, you start something so it begins to move. After that, it is easier to continue.
For example, a 5-minute listening session is enough to get the ball rolling.
Or he wrote just one sentence to get the ball rolling. Then more ideas came slowly.
Repeat, get the ball rolling.
Now another expression, out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind means if you do not see something, you forget it very fast.
For example, her English notebook was in a drawer. Out of sight, out of mind. She never used it.
Or he kept his book on the table, so it was not out of sight, out of mind anymore.
Slowly repeat, out of sight, out of mind.
Next, a phrasal verb, squeeze in.
When you squeeze in something, your day is full, but you still find a tiny space for that thing.
For example, she squeezed in 10 minutes of English while she made breakfast.
Or he squeezed in a short speaking practice on his walk to the bus.
Slowly repeat, squeeze in.
Our last word in this tour is drift off.
When you drift off, your mind slowly goes away. You stop listening or slowly start to sleep.
For example, the audio was too hard, so she drifted off after 2 minutes.
Or, when he studied late at night, he often drifted off with the book in his hand.
Slowly repeat, drift off.
That was our calm word tour. 10 words and expressions to help you talk about your study in a stronger way.
You don't need to remember all of them today. Choose 2 or 3 that you like and use them this week in your own sentences.
Now we will close this episode with a small reminder and a simple challenge.
First, the reminder. Your English is not a big mystery. It is a simple system.
Plan, input, output, and tiny feedback.
You make your study time intentional. You choose a sustainable routine. You listen and read in small, clear bites. You speak and write a little. Then you tweak.
If you feel like you are on a plateau, it does not mean you are broken. It just means it is time to make a small change, not to quit.
You can tweak your plan. You can ditch one heavy idea. You can squeeze in 5 minutes on a busy day.
Always keep this in your pocket. Rome was not built in a day. Your English will grow bit by bit as long as you keep coming back.
Now here's our simple challenge for you.
We call it the 7-day solo boost.
For 7 days, you'll record yourself for 60 seconds each day, just 1 minute.
You can use 3 small questions to help you. What did I do yesterday? What am I doing today? What will I do tomorrow?
Press record. Answer in simple English. Stop. No pressure to be perfect. No long speech. Just 1 real minute.
Then listen 1 time. Choose 1 small thing to improve. Maybe 1 word, maybe 1 sentence. That's your tiny feedback.
On day 7, listen to day 1 again. Just notice. Don't judge. See how your voice, flow, and confidence feel a little different.
It might be a small change, but it's real. and you did it alone. You showed up for yourself.
If you try this, tell us in the comments. You can write, "I finished the 7-day solo boost," or tell us one thing you noticed about your voice.
If this episode helped you, please like it, subscribe to the English Leap podcast, and share it with one friend who is also studying alone.
When you put on your headphones, think of us as your study friends, sitting beside you and cheering quietly.
We believe in your small steps. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going.
Right. This is Jessica.
And this is Jaxon. You have been listening to Talk Gara. Bye.